Hello everybody, it's Big Al with some more content for Lord of the Rings Rise to War. So we are about to take Hobbiton. We are in the Season 3 server. So everything's still small. This is our first actual keep. And this team is, again, third season, so a lot of people are still working together. A couple things that I will note on the server for us, because this is newer accounts, everybody has smaller commanders. When you are doing siege, you always want to use siege ladder gear on your siege commanders, plain and simple, because you get an extra 5% siege damage. One thing I'll show you here is this army right here is my siege army. So you see he does 610 siege damage. Well, sorry, my device is acting a little slow. You see how I have siege ladder gear on each of them, and they're two-piece sets because, as you see, they're not level 20, so they don't have all the gear sets, gear slots opened. So, a couple things to mention is you have to work together as a team when you're doing sieges. Okay, leadership needs to make marshals. You have attack marshals and siege marshals. You want to put what they are in the description. So I just hit with Ugthak, and you saw he did 610. But because I had the two-piece siege ladder gear, he actually did 658 siege damage. It's not that much of an increase, but it is something, and all siege matters, especially when you're doing these smaller keeps at the very beginning of the season. So this is I believe it is day 3. See? And this was our first keep. We decided to take it a little bit slower, let people grow. It's give or take when you do that because, yes, it's helpful to let people grow, but one thing about the keeps is fellowship tasks. Fellowship tasks will give you ring reputation, and you need the ring reputation to grow, plain and simple. And I will show you those really quick right here. Okay, so as you can see, you can obtain 2,400 a week from just doing this. And there's one for siege and one for the capture. And if I show you the ring, see down here, we need that. I'll get 1,600 points total for this keep. I'll need that because that will get me up to probably level 32, close to level 33. You do not want to send your main to do siege damage unless you absolutely have to because you're running out. You want to save that stamina to take tiles or to do mobs or fighting, whatever the case may be. So we're halfway through the siege already in 4 minutes. So that's good. One thing about marshals, when they hit, I'm going to show you, say this one right here. There's a 10-second difference between the time that each one of them actually hits the keep. But like I was saying, marshals are very important because we're doing this at 20 UTC. Well, Australia people are just, I want to say they're about to wake up. So they might not be. North American people are in their job at this moment, at work. So it gives them chances to also participate in the keeps, and it also helps your team. Because the more people there, the easier it is to take a keep. And the keeps just keep getting bigger and bigger. So I'm going to show the map, and yes, there's a couple pins. We did take Weathertop this morning, which is no big deal. It was, the armies are the size of a level 10 tile, and then it's 2,500 siege. But for buff, it gives plus 3% siege damage, so that is huge. and that will not take into effect until 24 hours after you own the keep, unless that's changed. You have the gray company up here that has already taken 2 keeps, so good for them. You got Boot over here that's taken 1. And there we go. AOTS has taken 1 as well. So there is some people taking keeps, which is good to see. Another thing I want to show you after we finish this is the report. The occupying fellowship will get a report that gets sent as soon as the keep is taken, and it will have everybody's that participated name on it, and it will show how much damage they did to the defenders, how much siege damage they did as well. And it is ours. Okay, so here, if you go to the control point occupation, it shows the different people. As you can see, quite a few people hit the keep, and there was 1, maybe 2 marshals as well. And then you got a couple people, Danielson, Sophia are the top 2 in the siege rankings, as you can see. And it's been fun for me here, and I'm here in the middle with 3,500 so far. It's been nice over here because I have a couple of my friends from my other seasons, Zoomer and Little White, have joined me on this server as well. They started a new account. And then, as you see, the list goes and it gives you details. You know, a couple other things that has been very nice is I'm getting to meet new people. I'm getting to help a lot of new people. And like for one instance, Hartle is one of the guys that I have talked to on Discord and on my YouTube channel. But it just happened out that he is on Mace, so I get to play with him this season as well. And then there's been a couple others. Roo Screw was another one that I've talked to on Discord, and comes to find out he is in this server on Boot. So it's really nice to start talking to some of these people more than just on Discord or YouTube, and I'll actually get to play with and against some of them as well. So, pretty simple. When you're doing the siege, you have the bigger guys. For the first few days, you have the bigger accounts hit the defenders because they'll take less losses, and it won't put the smaller people behind. When you're making your siege formation, make sure you put siege ladder gear on them. It does help. And see, I got 1,600 from the fellowship tasks. It's important to make sure that the fellowship tasks are set to the keeps to help people with their ring reputation. 4, when you set a time, like we set a time for 20 UTC, what that means is you want your attackers to land on the keep at 20 UTC. You need to be organized. Don't hit early, because if you hit early, you're showing disrespect to your teammates. They all spent the time and the stamina to show up because they wanted a chance to hit the defenders as well. So be respectful, be organized. Make sure you're following the leader's orders pretty much. Okay, and there's usually a leadership group in every fellowship. It's not just a dictatorship. So, like I said, very simple. It was keep siege for the day on day 3. It's our first one. Then we had the small weathertop keep. Well, side point. I don't even know what those things are called anymore. They're not keeps, so little bonus. Okay. So, as always, make the most out of what you got.